When to become one. My wife's name is Elizabeth. I met her while driving a box truck, high as a kite. She was my team driver to switch off with me when I got too tired. Generally, we ran San Francisco to Los Angeles. I ranted and raged about the evils of our society, and she listened and nodded along with me. I knew she didn't give an asterisk about what I was saying, but tolerated it with equanimity. We were utterly different people. Rent is high in SoCal, so we soon found it expedient to move in together. We sealed the deal and got married. She wanted to be married, whereas I saw through the delusion of the piece of paper state contract to the point that it made no difference to me to humor her and give her that. In this void, in this wasteland, in this post-apocalyptic bombed-out society in which we live, in which the shell hasn't yet been destroyed, but the soul has long since taken flight, could it hurt to affix a stamp of permanency to that which of its nature we can never hold onto? We got married in a very beautiful and traditional ceremony. Afterwards, she got a better job working in finance, using her degree finally. I continued to drive, but this time without someone to switch off with. I had to take a dump one day and found she was a step ahead of me to the toilet. That was irritating. One evening, I succumbed to narcissistic rage towards my friends because I felt they were not recognizing my uniqueness and my individuality. I left our group chat in a moment of depression and began sulking and sandbagging on them. The next day, Elizabeth told me how at work she had gotten into an outburst with her manager over how her workload was disproportionate to others and how she desired a promotion. I was very irritated with her and lectured her for about an hour on how she needed to conduct herself as a team player that contributes first and constructively builds. Adding to my irritation, later that afternoon, once again, she was one step ahead of me into the bathroom. I had almost had enough for one day. As I drove my run the next day, I began to nurse more and more resentment towards Elizabeth. I saw clearly now how she had always been putting herself forwards to promote herself and was not what you would call a good person. Over and over this came up, and I was tired of fighting it. Yet there wasn't any other path that she and I were on. That night, I raced ahead of Elizabeth into the bathroom to get my shower in, but felt no satisfaction from that. I looked myself over in the mirror afterwards and admitted to myself for the first time that I was getting fat.